I don't know about y'all. Since everything that was down yesterday, I just knew it was divine retribution. Ooh. And what I mean by that is that everything is being divinely orchestrated and divinely interrupted because there's a lot of things that need to come to the surface. Hence, the light is finally shining on the darkness. The darkness is coming to the light. That means that, well, it's time for us to understand why the fuck everything is going down the way that it's going down, especially when it comes to social media. So stay tuned to the very end, because if you're on this spiritual journey, boo boo, you probably already predicted this, you probably already felt it, or let's just be honest, you may not even know that divine is by your side.
Let's get lost.
What is Gooch Gooch, you beautiful souls? Welcome back on another episode on Embracing the Ascension series with your homegirl, Brittany Fontenez. On this channel, I speak about spirituality with compassion, emotional awareness with love. I do guided readings for each zodiac sign, and I talk about things I feel need to be talked about because it's our divine right to know more than what we have been told. You guys, yo. Confirmation for yesterday. You know, my spirit guides told me, take a break. Take a break from social media this week. Take a break from doing videos, from doing readings. And man, I listened to that message. But after yesterday, they told me to come on and share some epiphanies that I had. And it just confirmed everything that was happening. Listen, you guys, we are in Libra season, and Libra season is all about justice. There is a divine retribution taking place on the planet today, and it has to do with social media. Did you realize yesterday everything was down? Social media was down, Instagram was down, Facebook was down, and something told me, it's like, why do I feel like people are trying to connect with me? Why do I feel like people from my past are trying to come back? Knowing that I know divine is about to bless my life in a very big way, because I passed a lot of fucking tests, you guys, and I know you probably be feeling the same way. If you're watching this, you are a light worker, you are a tarot reader, you are a shadow worker, you choose the light, you chose love over fear, you chose love over hate. Oh my goodness. And yesterday was just confirmation that a lot of people were trying to connect with the light works, trying to connect with the ones who choose divine over the worldly things. Now, since we're a Libra season, everyone is getting the karma. People who have done you dirty, family, friends, lovers, people who try to distort your light, people who try to take your energy vampires, people who try to take the life out of you so you don't feel life again. I'm here to share with you. There is a huge calling. Very few listen to the call, and very few are chosen to be the ones. And if you're watching this video, you are a chosen one. You chose the light. You chose to still seek divine, still seek God. And if this triggers you, this video ain't for you. Then that means you work with the other side. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. You're here to do a divine plan. All of this is part a divine plan. Those who try to block your path, those who try to make you stagnant, those who try to take the life out of you and make you feel like you were worthless, those are the people who are getting their redemption. And I feel that social media is under huge investigation. That is why a lot of shit had to go into the shadows. But little do you know, divine had to intervene and stop everything and stop the world, because now is the time to face our shit. Now is the time to take responsibility for the things that we try to run away from, thinking that we weren't gonna get our karma. Oh, I'm here to tell you, God sees everything, man. You know, we're at a point in this world, but we need to stop fearing the worldly things, and we need to start fearing the wrath of God. And not saying that God is trying to shun you or thinking there's something wrong with you or God's going to judge you. No. It means that when you don't deliberately choose to consciously take responsibility for your bullshit and actually forgive yourself and do the inner work to try to change and clear out karma from past lives and from this current life in the past, if you're not willing to do that, then God's gonna see everything that you do. You can't hide. Like, There's a lot of people facing their karma, and there's a lot of people like us who had to deal with these karmics because it had to teach us valuable lessons. It had to teach us how to own our power. It had to teach us to see our worth and why we are on this divine path. And I feel that there was a lot of people from the past trying to connect back to us because we were their source and comfort, because they were energy vampires, because unconsciously they don't know they are working for the other side, which most people call the enemy. I don't call it the enemy. I call it the opposing force of God. You know? God has his own ego. That's the devil. And a lot of people choose their ego, edging God out. A lot of people choose that selfish lifestyle because, well, it's better than the light, apparently. But here's the thing, the light always wins. God always wins. The ones who do good deeds always win. And I'm here to tell you guys, yesterday I had a huge communion with God. I asked God, forgive me for the things I've done. Please forgive me. Please teach me how to forgive myself. I know what I did this. I know when I did that. I take responsibility for the things I've done in the past life because I want to clear this karma. Because I want to change. Because I want to be on my divine mission. I want to be on my divine plan. Because I know I'm in for something big. But that has to come with sacrifice. And the sacrifice is, am I going to choose to be oblivious? Am I going to choose arrogance? Am I going to choose my ego? Or am I going to choose love? Or am I going to choose the truth? Or am I going to choose the light, even if that means I'm going to be physically by myself? That doesn't really mean I'm going to be by myself, because we're never alone. We got a whole celestial team around us. But are you willing to listen to that call? Are you willing to choose the higher path? Not the fearful path, not the materialistical path, the divine path. The path that you're meant to be following. That is your divine mission. You know, everyone who has done you dirty, everyone who has done dirty, they're trying to cover it up. Social media is a huge platform to exchange information. And I feel a lot of that is coming to the surface. That's why they try to hide some things. But I do feel that divine had to intervene. So the people who try to come back, to try to put their karma onto us, who try to seek comfort and try to run away again, hence karmics, hence twin flames, hence soulmates, hence family, hence everything. They try to come back. But divine said, enough is enough. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of you not facing what it is you need to change. I'm tired of people using other people. I'm tired of people taking advantage of manipulating. God's tired of how much darkness has been chosen over light. And light is information. Darkness is misinformation. Why do you think when you go into meditation it is dark? Because you're not supposed to see everything. Because you're supposed to learn something. And yet when things are of light, when things come to the surface, that means that it gives us a sense of source of new information. But there's a difference between divine darkness and actual demented darkness, which a lot of people has done upon this planet. You got a lot of people who created this 9-to-5 system, who created this whole system that do black magic, that do witchcraft. You even got people who done black magic on you, who probably done sacrifices on you, who probably sacrificed your twin flame journey, your divine counterpart probably sacrificed you and what you guys were meant to be doing because they wanted their selfish ways. They wanted their own materialistic life, whatever they wanted to choose of this world, rather than realizing that you can't take none of this shit with you when you die. The only thing you could take with you is what did your heart believe in? What did you choose upon this planet? Now, I'm not saying choosing good or bad. All of it is needed, you guys. We need to come to this acceptance that things need to stop being categorized and labeled, because everything is needed. We need the darkness. We need opposing forces. We need people who are going to choose, sadly to say, the opposing force of God, because they are the very reason why the people who choose God, why people who choose the divine plan, they're the reason that push us to keep going, to keep striving, to keep believing and having our faith. There's been a lot of tests going on for us, you guys, because divine is trying to show us, what are you still going to choose? Are you still going to choose that fear? Are you still choose hatred? Are you going to still choose judgment? Or do you want to clear the path, clear the way, but take responsibility and forgiving yourself and moving forward? Now, here's the interesting thing I want to let you guys know. It's funny how we got people who fear the worldly things, who fear not having money, who fear losing their job, who fear just the materialistic shit of life. And little do you know, they don't fear God. So they keep doing the dirty shit that they do. Manipulating, using, being an energy vampire, just choosing the high life, choosing the fame life, selling their souls for it. But they don't fear God. God sees everything, man. Please know, beautiful souls, that you are getting your redemption. If you feel at peace right now, you are divinely protected. You are divinely guided. You have chose to listen to the call and be a chosen one. 10, 10, 10, while I was saying that. You chose to listen to your calling and become a chosen one. You chose to sacrifice the worldly things because you know you have a divine plan here. And I'm here to tell you, you passed the biggest test of all. There's a lot of people, I just keep hearing it, there's a lot of people who try to connect with you. Your twin, your soulmate try to connect with you, trying to confess their love or try to run away again. There was a lot of things that were hidden that God is trying to say, no, 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 no. You can't come back now. As a butterfly flies by, you can't come back now. Because now it's time for ultimate transformation. We are being blessed. We are getting our justice. Even if that means 5 years ago, we're getting our fucking justice. Because we chose love. 11:11. Because we chose light. Because we chose God. Because we chose what is true to our hearts, rather than the comfortability or the instant gratification of what our ego desires. No more edging God out. No more fearing karma. I even told God, yo, if I got some karma to pay, bring it. Bring it. I'm fearful of what you're going to bring me, but at the same time, I know what I've done. It's time to be aware. It's time to stop saying I'm awakened and start actually get up. Get up. You may be awakened, but you may be still living in bed, yo. Get out of bed. You know your truth. You know what you have done. If you have remorse over the shit you have done, then God sees that you chose his side. But if you are choosing to come back out of guilt and regret, which most people tried to do yesterday and they couldn't. They probably don't have your number. They try to connect with you on social media. They couldn't. If they try to come out here with regret and guilt, that was their last fucking resort. Didn't mean that they were actually going to mean it or change. So now it's your time to realize, since God is intervening with all these things that are trying to stay in the shadows, that they can't anymore. Understand, please understand that we are getting our justice, we are getting our peace, we are getting what we rightfully deserve, because what we have chosen is the right way to go. I don't even want to say the right way, because there's no such thing as right or bad. All of it is a part of the divine plan. You chose the path that is least taken. So I'm here to share with you, God sees you. God's protecting you. God knows that you have chose the light. Not because you don't have your ego intact. Trust me, if you got your ego intact, meaning that you keep it straight, you keep them boundaries, you let your ego know how it's gonna go rather than how it thinks it's gonna go. But you're choosing love, you're choosing light, you're choosing forgiveness, you're choosing the ways of Yeshua, the ways of God, the ways of Christ consciousness. God is guiding you. God is protecting you. God is reminding you. You are passing the test. You are becoming the empress. You are becoming the emperor. You are divine. So there's nothing for you to fear. If you know you're doing the right thing, not the right thing. If you know what feels divine, God is rewarding you. And for those people who didn't want to choose the path, if your twin didn't want to choose the path they were meant to take with you, if your soulmate didn't want to choose the path to choose you and choose worldly things over you, or other people over you, or other karmics over you, or other things over you, or people who have done you dirty, people who have done kids dirty, people who have done other people dirty, oh, they're going to get God's wrath. They weren't fearful. They didn't think they were going to get the karma, but sad to say, it's heartbreaking. Honestly, people choosing the world over our loving God, who is so loving, but God is tired of seeing the bullshit of dementedness happening upon the planet. Because God did not create this world for us to do evil deeds. God created this world for us to realize those evil deeds and change them into deeds that were going to help us thrive. Now, I'm not saying we're never going to have opposing forces. We're always going to have opposing forces. But it's just a matter of, what is your gut telling you versus your mind. That's all it is. So I have a lot of butterflies back here. I love it. I love it. It's time for that transformation, you guys. We all about to get blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings. All right, you guys. I'm going to end it right here. I just want to remind you guys that everything that's happening is divinely orchestrated. It's happening because divine has to interfere in order for the ones, us, the light workers, the readers. Oh my God, my hair, it's crazy. I washed my hair yesterday and it's whatever. But anywho, like I was saying, those who decided to choose obliviousness over seeing, those who had chose the ego over God, those who have chose fame, selling their souls and hiding the truth, they're getting their redemption, you guys. And it's getting to the point, though, those who chose the light, those who chose love, those chosen ones who have decided to willing to listen to the call, oh, let's just say we're going to end up being the royal ones, the rich ones, the ones where people who used to worship the rich, who chose ignorance, they're going to be coming for us for healing. They're going to be coming for us to understand how can we get closer to divine. So don't fear. If you know what you chose, God sees, God's protecting you, and God loves you, and God thanks you for keep spreading your light and being the inspiration this world needs to remember their light and their sovereignty. But other than that, you beautiful beings, I'm going to get going because it's a beautiful ass day. I think it might rain, but I'm going to deal with it because Mother Nature is so loving. But other than that, you guys, I love you guys so much, and just understand what's happening right now. If you feel at peace, you are so protected right now, and just trust that. Your faith was tested and you passed the test. Now it's time for you to keep looking forward, because the past is painful. Don't look at what people is getting. Don't look at people's karma. Don't even try to allow those people to interfere in your energetic field, because now it's the time for you to go on the path that God has for you, and it's bigger and better than everything that you have faced and everything you have overcome. Hence why your faith was tested, and well, since you still chose divine, only blessings are blessings are blessings are blessings. But other than that, you beautiful beings, I will see you on the next one. And only love, sending you only light and love. And I'll see you on the next one.